Now, the technical standard, though, that we all hear so much about is called WCAG, or WCAG, which stands for the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. The cool kids call it WCAG, partially because that's what the screen readers call it. JAWS would call it WCAG, so we all called it WCAG. So it's totally okay to say WCAG as well, but saying WCAG, that just doesn't sound right. So if you want to seem credible, talk about WCAG or WCAG. Now, WCAG is a technical standard developed by the W3C. That's the World Wide Web Consortium. And the W3C, which is an NGO, is responsible for most of the standards that we use to communicate on the web. Everything from HTML to PHP, and I could go on with all kinds of three-letter acronyms are brought to us by the W3C. So one of many things the W3C does is they have a group called WAY, which is the Web Accessibility Initiative, and that's the part that I get to work with. And they publish WCAG. And WCAG, there was a WCAG 1, and then there was a WCAG 2, and we'll be talking about 2.0 and 2.1, and that very new shiny 2.2 WCAG, which just was finalized last month in October 2023. But all the WCAGs have something in common. They're made up of conformance requirements, and those conformance requirements are fulfilled by something called the success criteria, which is kind of a rule. So I'm going to unpack this for you now. So WCAG 2, which is version 2.0, has 3 levels: level A, AA, and AAA, or we often call them A and AA. And the idea is that the success criteria, you could say if I want an entire product to be considered WCAG 2 AA conformant, that is, if I want my website to be able to say the whole website is WCAG 2 AA conformant, then I have to fulfill all the level A success criteria. And in WCAG 2.0, there are 25 of them. And then also all the AA criteria. So in WCAG 2.0, there's 13 more. So that would be 25 at level A plus 13 more at AA, which means I have to fulfill 38 success criteria. If I fail at any of them, I cannot say the entire product is WCAG 2.0 conformant to level AA. Now there's also AAA success criteria in WCAG, and it's understandable that people, when they first get into this, they say, "Oh man, we're gonna just do an amazing job here. We're gonna slay that. We're gonna do all the AAA things as well." But the challenge is that's actually not a great idea. So when I said we can develop any product and get it to conform to WCAG 2 AA without trade-offs, that's because we're stopping at AA. At AAA actually starts bringing in intentional trade-offs, advanced maneuvers intended for audience with specific limitations. And that's why you won't find a regulation on the entire planet which calls for WCAG at AAA level. So what we typically prescribe to our clients or governments we're working with is, let's tell people they need to conform to level AA, and we're going to do it in a way with no trade-offs. And then we'll pick and choose from the AAA things where it fits our audience. Maybe we'd say, which of these AAA success criteria would be especially valuable to help us work with a conspicuously elderly population? And that's great. But we're going to focus today then almost always on the A's and the AA's, because all the legislation we know of on Earth pretty well calls for AA now.